Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. Welcome to the 460th edition of the Hospital Podcast. And as you can see, we've switched it up a little bit from the hospital jungle. We're not in England. I don't know, it doesn't really look like England, but look at this amazing view. We are in Queenstown, New Zealand. I'm just absolutely in love with what I can see behind me. It looks amazing, right? So this podcast is going to play some new music. I'm going to play some submissions to dubsfordegs@gmail.com. I've got some friends of mine in the background who's going to drink some Asahi with me. So big up, guys. And of course, I've got a very special guest, Unglued. We're going to talk a little bit about his album, Interplanetary Radio, that came out last year. So anyway, let's get cracking. Shut Up Degs is the general consensus. This first track is called The Comet by Keeno. And yeah, welcome to the Hospital Podcast. Let's get drunk. And of course, on episode 460, we're going to be playing a few hospital classics. This, of course, is one. This track is by New Tone. It's called Fly It Away. And yeah, we'll let the music do the talking. Let's go. Alright, new music from Solah. This track is called Constant. Let's go.
Inevitable.
shouts to Klinical on this track. This track is called In Vain. And I can see a few people bopping to it in the background. That's what you know it's a good tune, right? It's a good tune, right?
So I ain't calling no banshee. No prisoners, no barricades, no walls. Ain't living life with them impediments, don't resonate with them rules. No fakery, no demagogues, no idiots and no fools. I'm so bored of these charlatans when their benefits are so small.
Switchblade, give me the track, give them a skin fade. They flip phase, finishing move, tell them how things made. You see a man on the throne, I see a man who climbed over stone, persevered for the gold. What gold do you speak of? Said a blind man, set the shine from the diamonds never seen by his eyes can. You explain to me how these jewels came to be with no sight, the value of what you're wearing has no reach. Well, let me teach you, blind man, and your lack of vision. I made a decision to break out of this prison. I was contained by the jealousy, hatred and pain. They told me I couldn't escape again and again. But this will of mine, they clocked it, it's killing time. The jewels that I speak of are hidden to all you Philistines. You can't see the journey, therefore you can't see the jewels. I'm breaking free, but to you I'm just breaking the rules.
Last night I felt anti, 10 shots of that brandy. Rough week on this cold earth, fucked up, I'm on plan B. Bad weight on my shoulders, cognac is so handy. Still I know I wanna feel alive, so I ain't calling no banshee. No prisoners, no barricades and no walls. Ain't living life with them impediments, don't resonate with them rules. No fakery, no demagogues, no idiots and no fools. I'm so bored of these charlatans when their benefits are so small.
Yeah, big up Evil B and my brethrens, D-Tune and Citrusfly. This track is called No Prisoners. It's out right now on Mixtape Spray Out Volume 2, which came out last year. And yeah, let's roll out.
Some days ain't smiling, some days ain't firing. They resolute, wanna take a break and never see the block in my writing. Own lane that I carved out, my own way that I'm riding. Reflecting now when I'm looking back and never leave the gold that they're hiding. When I played around I saw nothing, bullshit I ain't buying. And I ain't talking about evil, this music inspiring. And that's something about realness, instead of people just hiding. Navigating the wrong things.
Right, coming next, some fairly fresh Mitekiss. And of course, you can see what I'm wearing. Big up the Highlanders! Whoop whoop! So yeah, for this hospital podcast, we're obviously recording at Queenstown. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it live, just purely because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, wherever it is in the UK. But next podcast, we will be back at the hospital studio. So keep sending me your music to dubsfordegs@gmail.com. This is a dub that was sent to me by CPH and Phil Tangent. This track is called Full Circle. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. I'm going to play some new P Money.
Chilling to my tunes, neighbours complaining again. You lot knocking at my doors, really fucking up my zen. I take one look at my phone, I got texts from my friend telling me about this rave. I'm like, cool bro, where and when? Can I get in with balloons? He said, I know it depends. Called me back, I'm finding out, man, give me 10. Pack my stuff, get in my car, blasting tunes from start to end. Neighbours taking pics of me like I won't come and smash your lens. Point this middle finger at you like, what the fuck can you do? You can call the feds, I'll slam my door like FU2. I'm like, what's the matter? It's a banger of a tune. Me apologise, you crazy loon, ain't thought this through. Must be off your trolley, I don't bow down to nobody. Must be off your trolley, I don't bow down to nobody. Must be off your trolley, I don't bow down to nobody. But I'm trying to watch the quarry, well I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I'm alive, what do you want me to say? Give me the mic, I run off a stage, I give him my flow, they give me a wave. Anytime I pick up the pace, ramming the place, getting insane. Sending balloons, supplying the rave. Give me your 5, I'll give you a taste. Breaking laws, I'm on a raise, step in the ward, give me the pain. Cash, give me the car, give me the yard, that come with the leg. Give me your girl, that give me your sloppy, give me your label that does it properly. This is what, this ain't a hobby, so I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
This tune always gets the nod of approval. So it is that time, Hospital Podcast 460. Let me bring on a very, very special guest who's been hiding in the wings. Basically, he's trying to sort himself out of beer right now. That's what I think he's doing. Somebody come and make some noise for Unglued!
You alright, mate?
How you doing, my friend? How is things?
Yeah, good, bro.
Fantastic. So, Unglued. We're going to talk a little bit about your album, Interplanetary Radio. We're going to talk a little bit about your future plans. But the first question I want to ask you is a would you rather, okay? You ready for this one?
Oh, I'm ready.
Would you rather have testicles for knees or knees for testicles?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It's a hard one, isn't it? What do you reckon?
I'd rather have testicles for knees, because if you got knees as testicles, then you know you can't enjoy yourself because you ain't got any testicles. You know it makes sense. But then you do have to have ball sacks on your knees. So I'm not sure. It's a hard one.
Well, there you go. We're asking all the important questions. Welcome, my friend. Unglued, Hospital Podcast 460. Let's go. Right, I don't want to talk too much over this tune, right? But could you just tell the people what this track is called and what it's named after?
So it's called South by West. It's basically like my mate's coffee shop, and a sample that I used in the tune was called Coffee, so I named it after his coffee shop.
I'm going to play something from Wingz and Waeys. Let's go. Like I said, we are here doing a podcast in one of the most beautiful locations. Can I just ask you a question, Josh? What has been your favourite part of New Zealand so far?
Oh, probably yesterday when we were driving around. We went out, basically drove to Wanaka, which is like this nice, beautiful, scenic lake. We took the scenic road, and went up over like these mountains you can kind of see behind us, like over that direction, and it was just beautiful. There was like the autumnal oranges and reds, and it was amazing.
You can tell he's an artist, right, with that absolutely colourful description of exactly where we are. I think that's really impressive. Show some love for Unglued on that one, man. That was impressive, man. I love that.
Was going out on my shit. Years of fighting took the toll on me. All that time that I had wasted with the hurt that I concealed, I'm just glad that shit ain't broken me. Been there in them trenches, but nowadays I just fly. Was an overload of my senses, only dark issues in my sky. Don't expect the days to be painless, mate. Illuminate your own light. Resilience is empirical. I felt the heat in this ride. Never know the hindsight is fruitful. Trying to remain on my path, and I don't want to play the games that aren't useful. Planning my time is so crucial. I see the world a lot clearer now. Never graduate, still a pupil, and that's a lost art in humans. So the end result is so brutal.
So brutal in these mad times, so enough man are gone cuckoo. Focused on these numbers like us playing Sudoku. I step back and I realised all that focus is not fruitful. So I focused on my feelings and what came out was truthful. I ain't chasing papers and my beauty keeps me youthful. I don't seek acceptance, I don't need no one's approval. It's only love and light in life that I respond to. So you bring a darker energy, instant removal.
I feel like I was getting flanked from all sides. Was going out on my shit. Years of fighting took the toll on me. All that time that I had wasted with the hurt that I can't see. I'm just glad that shit ain't broken me.
Alright then, Mr. Unglued. So, Interplanetary Radio came out last year, 2021. What was the release date again?
You're going to ask me what the release date was last year?
Yeah.
I think I can remember that.
I mean, what do you mean? You should know when your album
I can't remember
what do you
that.
mean you don't know when your own fucking album comes out?
It came out last year.
Last year, okay, that'll do. So, what I'm going to do is play a track, probably one of my favourite tracks from Interplanetary Radio, which is the name of your album. I just have to keep reminding myself all the time. This track is called Sardinian Sunrise. Can you talk to me a little bit about the vocalist that is a part of this tune? Yeah,
so it's Singing Fats, or MC Fats. He absolute legend in the game. Got an amazing voice, and I was so blessed that he agreed to work on this tune.
So can you just before we start playing the tune, I mean, what was the kind of process that you went through to get a collab with Fats? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of jealous, bro. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not going to lie.
So I made the tune, Sardinian Sunrise, about basically we were sitting, we'd watched Caliber do the Marcus Intellect's RIP set in 2017, I think. And with the Galaxy Boys, and we sat and just like watched the sun come up. And yeah, it was like the most like just euphoric, like amazing memory. And I kind of tried to recapture that like feeling in the tune. And I got linked up with Fats, and I just he rang me up actually. I emailed him a load of tunes, and he just rang me up, and he was like, "Yeah, I like this one. Let's do this one." And then it just happened. It was easy.
So it was pretty organic by the sounds of things, yeah.
Yeah, it was easy. He was really easy to work with.
Fantastic. Well, listen, mate, this is genuinely one of my favourite tunes out there. One of my favourite tunes specifically on Interplanetary Radio. This track, I'm just gonna let this roll out. Have a little skank in the background, a bit of dad dancing. So yeah, Unglued, Sardinian Sunrise, featuring Singing Fats on Interplanetary Radio. Welcome to the Hospital Podcast. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
of course, I don't like to talk over fast, but that is an excellent piece of music, my friend. We're going to have like a little sort of mini mix where I'm going to play some of your tunes a little bit later on. But I just wanted to ask you one more question. We've been in Auckland. We flew to Auckland. We played in Hamilton. We've been in Christchurch, and we've been in New Zealand. Okay, maybe not counting Christchurch, but what's been your favourite place to play out of the two shows that we played, Hamilton and Christchurch? Now, we're going to offend one of these cities, but I don't really care. I'm putting you on the spot. What do you reckon?
Oh, they were both awesome. But I think the energy in Christchurch was just like next level. It was insane. People were just going mad. They knew every word to both of our tracks. Like, they were just singing our tunes back to us a cappella after they'd finished. Like, it was actually ridiculous.
It is, it's kind of crazy that we can come to the other side of the world and people are singing all the words to your tunes. But my friend, I'll let you go and sit and have a beer, and then I'm going to wave at you and we're going to come back. But yeah, Unglued, everyone. Let's go! Right, we're going to switch it up a little bit right now. This is new music from man like Mozey featuring Taxman, and this track is called Number One. Hospital Podcast 460, baby. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. New music coming up from Beat Merchants featuring MCGQ. This track's called Step on Babylon.
Eyes open wide, what you think we can't see? Burn all corruption from the liars and thieves. The pockets stay fat while the rest of us bleed. Fed up of them lives, so we fed up of the seed. Fed up of the system, things need to change. The people them tired, all we feel is the pain. Revolution soon come, we change up the game. Yeah, and then we step on Babylon. Burn up fire upon them. Burn up fire upon them. Send a fire upon them. Send a fire upon them. Burn up fire upon them. Burn up fire upon them. Send a fire upon them. Send a fire upon them.
Right, so Queenstown. I only just found this out today, that there's loads of Brazilians that live in Queenstown. That's right. Why is that? Oh, right, okay. You can't hear what they're saying in the background, but it's super information. This track is from a Brazilian artist called Alibi, and it's called Deeper. Hospital Podcast, let's go. Big up Justin Hawks on this tune. Gonna switch something up from someone that's been sending me music for a long time. This track is called Ghost Keys by DPR. Let's go. And yeah, just one more time, Hospital Podcast 460. Can we just take in this view, this unbelievable view? It's nearly as good looking as Josh himself, Unglued himself. All right, let's go. Right, so we're going to switch tempos a little bit. This is from Double O and Mantra. This is Dennis Brown at the foot of the mountain, and this is the remix.
By the foot of that mountain lives an old man who sits all day and hope things will come his way. And the first time ever I passed by his way, he called me, son, come on over here. By the foot of that mountain lives an old man who sits all day and hope things will come his way. And the first time ever I passed by his way, he called me, son, come on over here.
People strictly roots and culture. See.
Yeah, this excellent piece of jungle music right here is by a legend of jungle. He's been absolutely killing it recently. An artist called Tim Reaper, and this track is called Full Moon. And if you're very lucky, Unglued might give you a full moon. He might do, he might do. Right, it's that time. So this part of the show is basically where people send me music to doeswithdegs@gmail.com, and I get sent a lot of great music, and basically for each podcast episode I pick the one that I like the most. So let's roll with the credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the people around the world, it is time for the Degs exclusive.
That's right. So yeah, this track is by two artists called Evasion and Moose T. It's called Capture the Moon. I'm just going to let this roll out. Hospital Podcast 460. Please keep sending me music to doeswithdegs@gmail.com. I nearly forgot that then. Because we keep playing and supporting new artists, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, I really like this. It's really soulful, melodic, and yeah, it's good. I like it. It's nice. Let's go chat. Let's go. It's very nice. So yeah, that was called Capture the Moon. Can we just have a round of applause for that? For some unsigned artists, man. That's what it's all about. We're live in New Zealand. We're going to play something from probably the worst album I've ever heard in my entire life. It's called Letters from Degwa. It's by this guy called Degs, and he just sucks. Like, literally sucks. I can't stand. All Unglued just said, all he does is talk about his feelings, some bullshit like that. So we're going to play some more Unglued music a little bit later on. We're going to bring him back on because, you know, that's real music. But anyway, this track is called Head Trip, featuring Philosophy. Oh, it's not that bad, is it?
Hey, hey. I'm taking care of my own, and I'm redefining my roles. The end game is feeling more whole. Pulse been blocked for so long, but now in my way. Whole trip gets lost in its wake. Injecting love in my veins. Now I'm here to spread vibes up in this place. Cause if you feel like breaking, I can relate. Those overpowering thoughts are hard to erase. Gotta faith in time. Yeah. On a patient ride. Red eyes cause I'm lean, reflecting on things that I don't wanna see. Cause I know what it's like to lose all your focus and stop chasing your dreams. I worked myself into bad states trying to make my mark in the scene, and it felt like I would never make a breakthrough. But there's so many more than me. Learn empathy, nothing in life's just meant to be. To watch all the heads that fake the love and pretend to be. They're just battling mentally, cause self-esteem could be the hardest to master. These wounds are these plasters. If you care about the human race, give your bad goals to the departures. Hey, ghetto blast in my soul. Letting music be the influence, letting music be the fold. Want my ticket for these bad thoughts, sick to death of this hole. Assess the game and then make shit, stay in control. You know a journey without obstacles ain't worth it. For the ride and I got bags of motivation stemming from inside.
Right, time for some Blade Runner.
And those that join me intertwine, I can't even try to describe. I'm taking care of my own, the end game is feeling more whole. Pulse been blocked for so long, but now in my way. Whole shit gets lost in its wake. Injecting love in my veins. Now I'm here to spread vibes up in this place.
Let me kill the whole lot of people now. Where mash up the whole life place.
Right, I think it's about that time to bring back the very special guest of the podcast, wherever he's disappeared to. Where's he disappeared to? Is he hiding? I think he's hiding. It's Operation Find Unglued. We think he might have disappeared. I don't know where he's gone. Where's he gone? whilst Unglued is missing in action, we're going to play one of his tunes. Yeah, so welcome to the Hospital Podcast, number 460 from beautiful Queenstown. Give a massive shout out to Ryan and the gang for helping us out tonight, today, wherever, whatever time it is. I don't know. I've got jet lag, brother. It's okay, yeah?
Third lines, bedtime. Think I want this right now. If you take time, see my.
Yeah, huge shout out to Loud Collective, who are the production company helping us out with this today. I pick up my cousins in the background, and yeah, Hospital Podcast.
That's where I go my focus.
Excellent piece of music. That track is Unglued, Crusty Rolls, featuring the legendary Benny L and Shogun's recent signing, Javon, who's been killing it. Time for a bit more Degs. Let's go.
And I got you. I'm flexing every day 'cause I got you. I'm filling up my cup 'cause I got you. And I don't want this to end 'cause I got you. Hey, and I got you. 'Cause I'm rolling out tonight 'cause I got you. I got you. There's light between my eyes 'cause I got you. And I finally reached the top 'cause I've got you. Yeah.
Make me feel invincible, wonderful, yeah. You make me feel so beautiful, capable, yeah. Make me feel incredible, strong and whole. Together we're unstoppable, you know we are. Stuck on everything about you. Comfort in our space. Count my blessings that I found you. There's no time away.
And I got you. I'm flexing every day 'cause I got you. I got you. I'm filling up my cup 'cause I got you. And I don't want this to end 'cause I got you. I got you, 'cause I'm rolling out tonight, 'cause I got you. There's light between my eyes 'cause I got you. And I finally reached the top 'cause I've got you. Yeah, I never wanna trade places with anyone. Oh, got the feeling on tonight. Still reeling from
with anyone. Yeah. Right, next up I'm going to play something that's a little bit left field. It's by an artist called Y2, and this LP is put out on Blue Martin Music. And the reason why I really like this is I played this in the last Hospital podcast, not this particular track, but I played a couple of tracks on the Hospital podcast, number 459. It's just a bit different, and I really like stuff that's different. So yeah, I'm gonna let the music do the talking. Piece of music right here is on Hospital Records. It's by an artist called Etherwood, who I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard of. This track is called I Will Wave to You, and I'm trying to wave to Josh because I'm going to be bringing Josh on very, very soon.
Tell me when
you can come now if you like. He was hiding away from my terrible banter, but look, I've got him back.
Let your soul be at home, leave your body alone. Let your five senses pass on their own. I will wait to you, I will tell them you've gone. I will wait to you, I will tell them you've gone.
So I found him, unglued. Where were you hiding, man? Where were you hiding?
I was sitting up there working, mate.
You're working?
Yeah, bro.
The grind never stops, does it?
Nah, I was editing the videos of us jumping into the lake and going, my balls is so cold. Wait for that one. On my OnlyFans. No,
Yeah, only. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. That got more of a reaction than any tune I've ever played in this podcast in my life. Okay, so the next tune that I'm going to play, right, is something that we made the last time we came on tour in 2019 with Keeno, Ralston, yourself, and Will Whiney. Do you want to just quickly tell the people what this tune is and where the sample is from?
Yeah, so basically we went to Royalston's studio and we were like, let's all make a tune together. It was really, really fun. We spent the whole day just like drinking beers and kind of going round one at a time, like some sort of carousel on the computer, like each having their own little input. And yeah, it was really, really good fun. And we kind of made up this word, wobbo. And
bloody wobbo.
Well, what is a wobbo?
Well, isn't it like I mean, I don't want to offend anyone, but it's like almost, I don't know. Well, is it like a crackhead, maybe? Is it?
Well, that's
or is it someone who likes to like dance like a bloody wobbo? You know what I mean?
We all
like,
know what a wobbo is. You can have your own interpretation. But basically, we were in a taxi and we were just going, "You're a wobbo, mate!" And this this taxi driver didn't quite understand what we were going on about, but he joined in. And he was like, "Aha, you're a wobber, you're a wobber." And we just took that video. I extracted the audio from it and we used it as the sample for this tune. So big up the guy, random Australian taxi driver for doing the vocal for this tune unintentionally.
And there we go. So we're going to have a little wobbo dance to it.
Yeah, you're a wobbo, mate.
Oh, yeah, we're all bloody
you're
wobbos.
Wobber.
Anyway, this track is called Wobbo Dub. As you can tell, we take our careers very seriously.
For the ravers, we made this in Australia, mate. We do this for the neighbours. Keeno, Royalston, Unglued and Degs and Whiney for the culture. Cause all the dingoes dancing in the club ain't strangers. We're the med school entertainers. In the family, we never slipping, man, we never faded. And it's that wobble dub, man, it runs the game, you know it's blazing. We never give a fuck cause the wobble say we got ratings. All the Aussies know and the Kiwis know it's so blatant.
You're fucking rubber, mate.
We call this wobble dub. Wobble dub. It's for the ravers.
You're fucking rubber, mate.
Call this wobble dub, it's for the ravers. We made this in Australia, mate. We do this for the neighbours. Keeno, Royalston, Unglued and Degs and Whiney for the culture. Cause all the dingoes dancing in the club ain't strangers. We're the med school entertainers. In the family, we never slipping, man, we never faded. And it's that wobble dub, man, it runs the game, you know it's blazing. We never give a fuck cause the wobble say we got ratings. All the Aussies know and the Kiwis know it.
Right, we're coming towards the end of the Hospital Podcast 460. What we're going to do, we're going to play a Hospital classic, and then we're going to go back in for a couple more Unglued tunes.
If this was part of a
that's a bit of a hospital classic, isn't it? Let's be honest. What were you saying about the view? Because you said something that was quite interesting about the view. You're like, this tune and this view is what is good, or
I can't remember what I said, but yeah, it was just euphoric. Like this tune's just a throwback. It just feels so good, man. This view is just man. Life is good.
Life is very good. So yeah, thank you so much for locking on to the Hospital Podcast. We are up to now 460. We'll be back in the Hospital Jungle, back in the UK. So what we're going to do now, we're going to play just like maybe a couple more of your tunes, because you know you are the special guest. You are probably
you're putting them through the pain of listening to more of my tunes.
At least there's not my tunes.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point.
That's how much we big each other up. You see that, you know? Positive mental attitude.
Oh, I love him, really.
No,
it's only a
man,
joke.
we love you guys. We honestly, I love you guys, like you're plural. But anyway, had too many Asahis. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for locking on. Please keep sending me your music to dubsfordegs@gmail.com. Big up Evasion and Moose T for their track, which was the Degs exclusive this time around. And so what I want to do is play something from Interplanetary Radio. And this track is called Think About It, featuring Colette Warren. Could you maybe just talk us through kind of the process behind making this? Because it's very, very different. I mean, your album has got a lot of different styles on it, a lot of different flavors. I think people are maybe a little bit thrown back by this tune. I mean, how did this kind of come about?
I wrote this tune ages ago, the original version of it, kind of as like an interlude for my album, like that was going to come out one day. I think I probably wrote this tune in 2015, maybe something like that. Yeah, and then I went to met Colette Warren at Sun and Bass again, and I was like, "Oh, Colette, I love you. Please, can we make some tunes together, please?" And she
in that specific pitch,
yeah, exactly.
It was like, "Hello,
yeah,
please."
yeah, exactly. Like, well, you know, it was when I was a little baby, so.
Of course.
Yeah, and then she was like, yeah, just send me some tunes. So I sent her a few things, and she really liked this one because it was just something a bit different, just like a kind of down tempo number. She sent me the vocal, and yeah, and then it's kind of sat around for 3 years until I eventually released the album. Because yeah, I kind of been just collecting tunes to put on the album for like 3, 4, 5 years. Just been kind of accumulating in the background while I worked on other projects like EPs and singles and stuff like that.
Well, I love it, man. It's certainly a little bit different. It's an absolute bop. It's something I'd really like to hear in the rave. I don't know if I've actually ever heard you play this live. Is that something you play live?
I did, yeah, I've played it a few times. I ended on it a few times and it went down really well. I remember played it at in Bristol at one of the sit-down raves.
Yeah.
And yeah, it actually went off.
Wicked.
Like everyone was jumping up and security was like, "Sit down, no dancing."
Yeah, don't sit right. They sucked.
Yeah,
I mean, they didn't suck. It was nice to be able to play music again during COVID, but yeah.
Real raves are definitely better.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, we're going to end on this one. Maybe play one more of yours from an alias, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. This track is by Unglued. It's called Think About It, featuring Colette Warren. You've been locked on to the Hospital Podcast. New Zealand, big up the Highlanders, big up the All Blacks, and yeah, let's roll out.
Moving in time so slow.
sorry, I actually got it a little bit wrong earlier. I wanted to plug the guys that have been helping us out all the way from the other side of the planet. Thank you so much to the Think Loud Collective. We love you guys. We really appreciate what you've done for us today. So yeah, big up guys. Thank you, Ryan. You're an absolute legend. There's a beer in the fridge for you whenever you like it, my friend.
Just think about it, think about it. How long it will be, not afraid to see. Just think about it, think about it. All these things and all these dreams will last. Moving in time so slow. Saying things right, although
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that is absolutely beautiful. We're just saying, I mean, that is baby making music, bro. Baby making music. I don't want a child anytime soon. I know you have one on the way, of course. By the way,
Very soon.
congratulations. June the 5th is the due date. So, yeah, a mini glued on the way.
Yeah, brewing in the
You're
oven.
brewing in the oven. You make it sound like a craft beer or something.
I mean, you don't brew things in the oven; you bake them in the oven.
That's very
So,
true. Yeah. I mean,
I
that's
got
just
it wrong.
that just shows how clever we are as individuals. So, yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for locking on. We're gonna play one more track from. It's not an Unglued tune
God,
though, is
mate,
it?
where did you dig this one out from?
I mean, I
Jeez.
don't know. I stole your hard drive. I was getting a little bit worried about you, so I just wanted to check your hard. No, I'm joking. So I took your hard drive. You sent this, and we listened to this yesterday. We were basically driving up. Was it Crown Range Road? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
One of the most beautiful places that I've ever been to in New Zealand or just anywhere around the world. So this is from your kind of previous alias, which was just essentially your name, right? Josh Brown. So what was the label that this track was signed to?
This came out on Dirty Bird, which is like a US house label. Yeah, it's just the stuff that I made before I made drum and bass. I mean, I've always loved drum and bass. But yeah, when I was like learning to produce and kind of just grinding my way up, I was playing house music, kind of, like breaks and as close to drum and bass as I could get. Well, without it actually being called drum and bass, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's really unique, and we listened to a few of your tracks from, I guess, your previous life, if I could put it like that.
Yeah, like 2015-ish, 2014, 2015, something around there.
But it's super unique. I mean, I actually quite like house music, and this is not something that I've heard very often, and it's certainly, you can hear like the beginnings of the Unglued sound throughout the production. You probably would say yourself that you're a better producer now, but in terms of this is, I think, personally, a really special piece of music. So this track is called Jazzy Drummer version 2. Was version 2 the final version?
Probably, I assume so.
You assume
I mean,
so.
we're
what was version sound? Was version 1 just really shit?
I don't know. Well, it just shows, doesn't it? Like version 2 was final back then. Now we get to like version 15, and we're still not happy with it.
I know. Especially, you know what I'm like with vocal mixdowns, don't you?
Yeah, messaging me like, "Oh, can you change the
The
3006 hertz?"
The thing is, he's not joking. It's true. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. We're going to let this tune roll out. Something a little bit different to end on. Hospital Podcast 460. Josh, thank you, my friend.
Cheers, bro.
I really appreciate you coming on, and really looking forward to the rest of the tour. Big up the NZ gang. Big up the Highlanders. And yeah, we're going to roll out. Incredible stuff. You know what? I'm going to let this roll out to the end. Why not? We're here, right? In beautiful Queenstown. So yeah, this track, Jazzy Drummer by Josh Brown, aka Unglued. Let's have a skank. Wow, absolutely love that. Thanks once again to the Think Loud Collective. Thank you so much to Unglued for being my special guest. Thank you for New Zealand for accepting us into your beautiful country. Thank you to Queenstown. And we will see you in a couple of weeks back live in the Hospital Jungle. So we'll be able to interact with the comments in the chat. It will be streamed live once again. Hospital Podcast 461. But from Hospital Podcast 460 and your new host, Degs, with his Kenyan legs, thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.